Good morning, everyone. I hope your first couple of days are going well at school. And I'd like to share with you a very interesting article by Dr. Gordon Neufeld called Bouncing Back After School Heart Hygiene for Our Children. Now, if you haven't already read this article, it's very interesting, even something you can share with the parents that you'll probably soon be meeting for the parent meetings after school. So without further ado, why is this so important? Well, if you're yourself a parent or if you've had parents share this with you, oftentimes when the children come home after school, there's this big tantrum, there's a big fuss, they cry, there's this period of time where you don't know what's going on, but they're just out of it. The day could have been really, really well, but they're just losing it after school. 30, 45 minutes, sometimes up to an hour. Why is that? Well, actually, it's a very good thing, and I'll explain to you why. First of all, the social normality of going to school often camouflages its emotional enormity. School is stressful. You guys are great, you're doing a really great job, and it's important for children to go to school, but it is stressful. Why is it stressful? Because they are a part of their main attachment figure. Why is attachment so important? Well, because that's the first and most important need of any mammal is to be attached to someone, to be taken care of. That's how we survive. It is not, as Maslow said, the physiological elements such as eating, drinking, sleeping. Without a proper attachment, those things do not happen. Bowlby in 1969 proved that. The monkeys, Maslow's monkeys, without attachment, would not seek any physiological need fulfillment. They needed their attachment figure. So, this is big. This being said, if they're apart from their attachment figure, of course you guys are there and you're supporting them. But it's good to know that, and for parents to be aware of that. Now, it's not to say you have to homeschool, but it's nice to know sometimes. So, the problem is, when you're apart from your attachment, anxiety, stress goes up the roof. And we can see it in the schools. Aggression, boredom, attention problems, bullying, anxiety, agitation, adrenaline seeking, sometimes even suicidal thoughts. It's aggression towards ourselves. So as these emotions, as stress is up, at some point it's just too much to bear. So the emotions will just poof, disappear. The child will stop feeling emotions. But then all of a sudden, my goodness, it seems to be going better for the child. Any expert would look at the child and say, well, he's less troubled, less upset, less concerned, less impacted by things around him. He's going much better, great. But actually, no, the stress is still there, but the emotions have left him. So he's not experiencing any of the stressful emotions. He's just lost emotions altogether. And emotions are what make us human, it's what make us grow into our full potential. We really need those. It's proven. Developmental science has proven that without emotions, we cannot fulfill to being a full human being, to fulfill our own full potential. So how can we support children to find those emotions? Because they usually some of them shut them out when they get to school. That's where that big tantrum thing comes in. The children that get off the bus or that are picked up by their parents and go through a really horrible phase of crying and acting out. Well, let me use Dr. Neufeld's words, if upon collecting our child after school, they should burst into tears and seemingly vomit their feelings all over us, we should take some comfort in the fact that all is right with their emotional recovery process. The emotions that they've shut down all day are just coming back full pin, à planche, mon ami. And that's a good thing. So they should acknowledge that and be happy for their children, although it's a very stressful experience for parents. Once you know that, parents can support their children in finding right ways to express their emotions. So feelings that are turned off must be bounced back once attachment is there once more. And the key is safety, as Dr. Neufeld said. It's if a child feels safe, then he will find a oasis for his emotions. And there's mainly two. When a child is close to someone to whom they are deeply attached, then that will unfold. And also, when a child is fully engaged in an emotional playground, it can be a favorite music, favorite story, solitary space, pretend play, creating art. Be careful about television or iPads. although they are very helpful for parents who want to make supper and do homework with number one, number two, they are not good for emotional outcome. They are too outcome based and they don't serve emotions. So, just a little aparté. So, once more, I will use Dr. Neufeld's word to finish my expose. As our children come back from school, let us resolve to provide for them an après-school experience where their feelings can catch up with them. There could be no better investment in their emotional health and well-being. Share that with the parents. I'm sure they would be interested, and they will notice things that they might have been doing without even knowing it. So, thank you for your time, and have a good week. Bye-bye.